Hello children, this is a video to introduce you to the bowed string instruments family, a family of instruments. And these instruments have a bow. This is the bow. Okay. And 4 strings. These are the strings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the reason because they are a family. Because they are quite similar. Okay, these are the instruments of this family. The violin, the baby of the family. The viola, the big sister of the family. The cello, the mom of the family. And the double bass, the granddad of the family. But why are they the baby, the big sister, mom, and granddad? Violin is the baby because it's very small. And his voice is very high. It has very high sounds like this, very high. The viola is not very small. It's just quite small, so it's a little bit bigger. But not very big, just a little bit. She is small and her voice is high, but not very high, just quite high. And what about the cello? The cello is big. And so her voice is low. And the double bass, the granddad, is the biggest. And so his voice is the lowest. Okay, so as you can see, when the size is small, the voice is high. When the size is big, the voice is low. If you remember this thing, you can recognize all these instruments and their voices. Okay. But what about their body? This is a violin and this is viola. You can guess it because the viola is bigger than the violin. But they have the same parts of the body. They have 4 pegs. These are the pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And these pegs is used to change the sound of the strings. If the sound is not correct, you can switch the pegs and change the sound of the strings. Okay? The pegs are in the head of the instruments. Under the head, there's a neck. This is the part of the body called the neck, between the head and the rest of the body. The neck is here in these instruments. This is the neck. On the neck, you can use your finger to press the strings. And you press the strings to change the sound. Okay? And these are the strings. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. The viola has 4 strings. The violin has 4 strings too, and also the cello and also the double bass. They all have 4 strings. And also they all have 2 F holes, okay? The holes is important because the sound inside the instrument comes out from passing through these holes, okay? And the shape of the holes is like an F, the letter of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F. And this is like an F. And they also have a bridge. The bridge is a piece of wood, and it is important because this piece of wood make a distance between the strings and the body of the instrument, because if the strings stay close to the body, you can't produce any sounds. You need a distance, and that's because there's a bridge. The cello and the bass have the same parts of the body. The pegs, here you can't see the pegs, but they are there for sure. The necks, the F holes, the strings, the bridge, but the cello and the bass has another part of the body, which is the end pen, a sort of leg that helps you to support the instruments, because these instruments are quite heavy and you can't support them only with your arms. You need a leg under their body. Oh, here you can see the bows. If you play a double bass, which is a big instrument, you need a big bow. But if you play a violin, which is quite small, you can use a smaller bow. Okay, let's speak about materials. The body of the instruments is made of wood. The strings are made of steel. But the most strange things is that the bow is made of hair from an horse tail. This is an horse tail, and you can use the hair to realize a bow. That's quite strange. How can you play a violin, a viola, a cello, and a double bass? I'll show you. Okay, the viola and the violin are played in the same position. You can put the viola or the violin on your shoulder, this part of the body, as you can see here, on the shoulder, and under your chin. The chin is this part of our body between the face, under the face, and near the neck. This is the chin. And as you can see, the viola and the violin are under the chin. If you want to play the cello, you have to sit down because the cello is quite big. But if you want to play a double bass, you have to stand up because the double bass is very big, so you have to stand up. And what about your hands? The right hand is for the bow, okay? As you can see, the bow is always in the right hand and the bow, right hand and the bow, right hand and the bow, right hand and the bow. And your left hand is on the neck of the instrument to press the strings here, 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 and here. And you press the strings to change the sound. Okay? Okay, now you know all these instruments, but what are they going to play in the Carnival of the Animals? We are going to listen to 4 movements. Every movement introduces you an animal. Okay, so the first movement we are going to listen is the tortoise. The second is the cock and hens. The third is the swan. And the fourth is the elephant. Okay, here you can see the picture of these animals. But which instruments play these animals? For the tortoise, we use all these family of instruments. So the violin, the viola, the cello, and the double bass are tortoises. In cock and hens, there is a violin and a viola, and that's it. In the swan, there is a cello, and the elephant, which is the biggest animal, needs the biggest instruments, and so the double bass is the elephant. Okay, are you ready to listen to these musics? I hope so. Bye bye.